Hey guys, it's me back making another manga review because I wanna of a different series that I've been doing because this is one of my really favorite series that I really like to do. I mean, like to read and all, and I want to share it with you. The latest chapter just come out and all. I'm only gonna be from certain ongoing series that I've been reading. I'm only gonna be reviewing the latest thing that has come out of it. So if I've read it and I'm up to date with it, I'm gonna review that. If it's new at the time. Okay. So obviously you can tell by the title that I will be reviewing Rosario Vampire. It is honestly one of my favorite series. The anime wasn't really kind of all that good at the time. I really liked it, and I didn't know much about the harem genre and all that. So I was like, whatever. I watched it, really enjoyed it, couldn't stop watching it. Once I got into reading manga, oh shit, also, the anime was the reason as to why, because somehow I liked it so much, or I just like the characters and all that. Okay, that was the reason as to why I started reading manga. And I can't quite remember if it was this manga or it was Gare. One of those two was the first one I started reading. And once I started reading manga, I liked it a lot, kept reading more. It wasn't Naruto or Bleach or One Piece because those are big series. I can just watch the anime. Most of the stuff is there. It's just like filler, or whatever. Unless it's Bleach, which 60% filler, all that. Not the point. Just gonna make a quick review and all that of this chapter that came out. I know I'm late making this review, but it's only because I've been slacking off a little bit, and also sometimes I don't get time because I need to be alone when I do my reviews. That's how I like to do them. I don't like the people having people around and all that. They're around. They have to be either sleeping or in some other room, and I'm some other room. So I can be private by myself. But okay, let's get into the review. Okay, we start off this chapter with the awakening. Actually, no, that was last chapter. We left off last chapter with awakening. Okay, we start off this chapter with Tsukune and Mocha on full powered Shinsu form. We start with Aqua just saying that right there is the power of creation, the power to make it, the power to bend the yokai energy and make it into solid matter, into a suit of armor, which is what Tsukune was wearing and all that, or into some weird gauntlets. You could say some leggings or some kind of gloves, long socks that have some explosive tendencies to them, like one touch, boom, which is really cool for Mocha because those kicks of hers are just out of this world, really. And we start out with that, and then Sureno and Moko are just flying off to Alucard and just beating his ass, just blowing him to bits and everything. And then we all think that it's over, but honestly, if you really read these series, or you're good, you're just good with storytelling or whatever, or you're just not that naive, you can just tell because no epic climactic battle kind of happened. It was just a quick beat. So obviously we know that's how it's gonna end. You have to have a big, bad, gritty, and just people punching each other, a lot of people on the floor, and then the last second somebody beats them. But this didn't happen here. So obviously we knew that Alucard wasn't dead or anything. So obviously Alucard's not dead. He just comes back again, just regenerating. I think just laughs at their face and says, "I was expecting far more from you." And this is a weird quote that he said, or a line that just threw me off a little bit because it was strange. He said that my clones, if you so wish to call them that, Akoto and Kiria, uh, apparently were impressed with them. And that's not the part that they said they're impressed with them. It's not what weirded me out. It's the part that Alucard said something about them being clones of his. And I can't quite see that, honestly. I see both of them just being their own person, except I could see it for the from the. I think if you so wish to call him that he used that specific line. I think he meant it as in because they are injected in a sense with his blood, with it gave him more power and all that. So maybe that's why. I'm not quite sure, but that's my theory of it, because I can't quite think of them because they're really good characters, though, as clones of Alucard. I just can't because I really like Kodo a lot. He was that villainish guy that was just so benevolent to see. I can see it in that sense that he is a little bit like Alucard and everything, but still, Kodo was just so good, and he was actually human in the beginning, just like Tsukune, but it doesn't make sense to me. It only makes sense to me if Alucard were to say it in the terms of he gave them his blood so they can become stronger. That sense, yes, I can see it, but still, real quick, we move on from that, and then there's Alucard trying to influence Tsukune to come to his side because now Tsukune, after that, trying to save Mocha and all by giving her his blood after there was the whole law. I guess he had to do that so he can become a full vampire and all that. And he after doing so, he became a yokai. He's no more human. He's now full-fledged yokai, or Shinsu to be more exact, because Shinsu's kick ass. They're the strongest kind of vampire there are out there. Yeah, and he's just trying to say, oh, you're no longer human. You're one of us now. You should stop siding with them and come to our side. And Scooter is just like, wait, no, no. He's questioning himself in that sense. Like he's still human. He thinks he is, but if you think about it, you should really think about it because you yourself knew what would happen. What was the cost of removing the holy lock in order to save Mocha, and you did that like 10 minutes ago. How could you forget something that's so simple and so basic? And can you look at yourself right now? You have this full body suit of armor, weird thing that you just flew into battle fighting. But considering the fact that you have had the yokai powers because of the holy lock and everything, and Mocha injecting you with her blood and before, it makes sense that you might be a little bit vague about the details. But come on, without the holy lock you would die. Luckily, because that was exactly the case, you didn't, and you still like what? So I'm a yokai now? Come on, man, just think about it, really. But still, whatever. And then Mocha comes out of nowhere because at the Alucard kind of has his grabs, or mentally in a sense, on Tsukune's mind, and and then Mocha just kicks at the Alucard plant things, or whatever you want to call them, tentacle stuff, whatever, his body, whatever, and just blows it up and tells him, "Don't fall for his trick, Tsukune. He's just trying to deceive you." And it's really cool. And after that, at Tsukune has this realization in his in his mind that he's like, I'm human like the rest of them. They're not human, his friends and all, and he's like, that was never the problem. Our differences is what made it possible for us to come this far together. And because he wants the coexistence of humans and yokai together. He just doesn't want any of them to fight because the Yokai Academy, that's the main goal of everything for humans and monsters to have coexistence. And Tsukune, in a sense, he's the bridge between this. Even the headmaster says it himself, and the headmaster apologizes severely to Tsukune for tricking him into this thing because the headmaster says, "We've always needed you for this day when it came and all, and I'm sorry that I tricked you. Resent me if you wish. I understand." And then I love this big ass, this cool stuff that Scooter just like, resent you? I couldn't resent you. I chose this path all by myself. I love that Scooter is just so righteous and badass and all that. Because it's true. All along, he chose this path himself. I mean, at first it was accidental, but at that time, he could have just left Yokai Academy and be left alone, free. He could have not had any contact with any of this monster stuff if he just left at one time. I mean, Mocha would have gotten hurt in the process, but still, he could have just left if he really didn't care about people and just hey this. But he chose to stay, and he made friends and bonds and everything. And he still kept walking this path his own. I mean, the people along his side helped him out getting here, and he helped them out. But at the end of the day, he chose to walk here. He chose to get where to he is right now. So, like he said, it's his choice. The path he walked was his own. He just had whatever pushes along the way to get him where he was. Not manipulation in a sense, but just a helping hand for his friends and everything. And it's really cool in the battle, and Alucard still, it's like, screw you and your righteousness, you dumbass idiots. And he just, suddenly just starts attacking, and everyone is together. Oh, also, G Gein's team comes out. Coco and Hygiene, the Crowish weird guy, and Ling Ling come out, and they're just really cool. They come and reunite, and we thought they were dead and all, but come on, we knew they were not dead. But one person we definitely thought was dead, and we didn't expect, or at least I did, was the leader of the Mew family and her teammate, the friend of Wong Wong and everything. And it was really cool seeing the guy come and everything. Everyone is just reuniting together and just like teaming up. Like everyone is there for this big climactic epic battle that we know is how it's supposed to end. A lot of people are gonna be like, not exactly dying, but falling to the ground and being a little bit defeated. And then at the last second, we all know somebody's gonna boom, beat the crap out of it, the Alucard and just win. It's obviously gonna be Tsukune in my opinion, because ever since the beginning of the first Rosario series, it's always been Mocha saving the day. But ever since Tsukune was injected with Mocha's vampire blood and everything, he has been slowly rising up, and just kicking ass himself. The last epic kind of battle of the first series was him and Mocha teaming up to actually defeat Hakoto and his strange plan and everything to unleash monsters on the human world and everything. And it was like really cool. And I love how Skune always negotiates or just wants some kind of peace always, even with his enemy and everything. Even after beating his sorry ass, or he just tries to talk them down and everything. If not, he'll still fight them, but he won't necessarily kill them because he hasn't killed anyone. But he won't, go above it if his friends are in danger or anything. I'm just saying that, he's a kind of emotional guy. You mess with his people, you get fucked. That's how it is. Uh, yeah. I really liked this the chapter. It was a really freaking good chapter. It was setting up for few more chapters until we get the end. But there was this weird thing that I read near on the last page. It would say like the last chapter will be colored, and I'm like, wait. Do you mean the next chapter that comes out of Rosario will be the final chapter? That kind of got me depressed because this really is one of my favorite series, and I know we're kind of reaching the end and all that, but I was kind of expecting we could get a few more chapters out of this. I don't know. We could just not saying milk it because I don't like to milk things sometimes. With series that should end at some given point, but I don't want it to just end the next chapter. I want it to end like, I don't know, 10 more chapters from now. That would be a good ending for me at least. I just hope it's not really what it set out to be. The last little text at the bottom, the last page said, that. Just don't want it to because this is really one of my favorite series. It has been for a while now, and I don't want to let it go so easily, really. Hmm. But I think I got through most of the critical stuff in here. I told you kind of everything. Uh, with that, I guess I kind of done with this. Yeah, I'm probably gonna make another one. Because I'm read my other stuff, so I'm gonna make more reviews. Maybe posting tomorrow, making tomorrow. I'm not quite sure. This is one coming up right now. We'll see. Yeah. I would recommend you read this series. It's a really, really great series. I enjoy it fondly a lot. But it's really great, really fun. Want it, just want more of it. I, you could just read the second series or the first series, whatever you would choose, honestly. But I would recommend the first series to read, even though like the first five chapters, the art is not really all that good. I mean, for some people, it's not bad, awful art or anything. It really isn't. I'm just saying at the time, I just didn't like the art because sometimes I just like weird art. Yeah, I like art that's just more cool and badass. Everything. It looked too kiddie-ish. The art in the first five chapters, really, but it quickly changed, and I love that. Uh, Also, it just the series itself progressively along the way. More chapters come along. The art just keeps getting amazing and more amazing and more amazing. So I praise the creator of this manga because it's always been one of my favorite mangas to read. And thanks a lot, man. You are awesome. And with that said, I hope I'll see you soon. Hopefully with something new. Okay.